Hello, everybody. This is Helen Yapel here. It's kind of I think I'm going to do a continuation, I guess, of my opiate journey, just to give you guys an idea of how I did it. I did not go through a 12-step program, as I just chose not to. I made a decision to quit. I wanted to formulate a plan on how to do that. And I did, and I did it on my own because I've always kind of been that way, like that lone warrior, like I just fight my battles, and fight a lot of other people's too. But I utilized each one of the pills. I thought to myself, okay, this is what I'm on. Now I was on methadone, 10 milligrams, 11 a day. That was the prescription. Okay, now I didn't take 11 a day. And anybody who's prescribed even close that knows they probably aren't either. It's way too much. I think I would have probably been in a coma had I taken 11 a day. But that was the prescription, 330 a month. So that was one prescription. Then I had the oxycodone, which was 180 a month. It was 30 milligrams. And then there was the Xanax, 2 milligram bars, and there was 6 of them a day. And then Soma, there was 6 of those a day. And what else did I have? I don't think I had any psychotropics when I was in the end of my reign on the pharmaceutical hamster wheel. Yeah, I don't think I had any pharmaceuticals that I was taking. I mean, any psychotropics that I was taking at that time. I think I was done with them because I remember they had put me on Paxil like when I was in my 30s, and it really messed with my sex drive. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So you have the wherewithal with things like that. Go figure. So those are the drugs that I was on. So then I thought to myself, okay, what's the one that is the hardest to get off of? That was the Xanax. So that needed to come off first because in my mind, I thought I need the other ones to help me come off of this. So that's how I utilized it. I utilized the other ones to help me come off of that, and I weaned off slowly because Xanax is so dangerous. So I knew that in my mind, in the research that I had done, was probably one of the harder ones. It was more of a mental thing than a physical one. And it was hard, let me tell you. It felt like my brain was a sponge and someone was in there wringing it out. It was a rough one, but I did it. So then the next one was the oxycodone. So I needed to get rid of the oxycodone before I got rid of the methadone because the methadone wasn't a big problem for me. Like I said, I was prescribed 11 a day, but if I took 4 a day, that was a lot. So I knew that would have been the last one to get off of because it would have been the easiest one for me to do. So that was my thought process, was let's get rid of the most difficult one, utilizing the others to do that. So that's what I did. And within 6 months, I was done with all of them. And to combat my biggest issues, which were pain in my back and anxiety, was huge. I was always fighting with anxiety attacks. And I started to dab, thankfully, to someone in my life very close to me that was a self-taught botanist and grew some pot for me that was going to take care of those things, and made dabs for me and introduced me to that. And that's what truly kept me off, because I was able to combat my ailments or physical disabilities with that. So, and then that was allowing me to do more research because it was clearing my mind. So I was able to start delving into the anxiety attacks that I was feeling and how to combat them naturally and what to do. So I started delving in. And then when Peter and I got together, now again, I was just clean off of my opiates. When Peter and I got together, he was in it. Like he had a fanny pack full of pills that he was carrying. And I knew right away, he had an issue because I lived it. I knew. But I didn't know how big the issue was. And it was a big one. He was sniffing pills. He was sniffing like 6 at a time. It was it was bad. When I realized his issue, I immediately put my foot down, said, I am 6 months clean. I am not going down this road. You will quit or you will leave. He chose to quit, which was very impressive to me back then, because I was also a woman of coming out of some pretty crappy relationships and marriages that were crappy. You know, I had some shit men in my life that I wasn't didn't need to do again. So I was saying absolutely not, you know, and I was stern. And the fact that he did it, that he said he would and did it, was very, very impressive to me. So another reason why I married him. But this is so doable, people. I mean, we give up so much of our own strength and wherewithal to make these choices for ourselves. We don't rely, we don't have the confidence within ourselves to do this. We're putting that somewhere else in a doctor's care that doesn't look, no one's going to be your best warrior better than yourself. You have to be in the fight. You can't just go to a doctor and say, okay, doc, please help me fix this. You have to be the warrior. And when you understand that and realize that, you won't rely on them so much. You'll start to get in tune with yourself and your own body and what you're capable of doing. Because believe me, you're capable of doing a whole lot. And we don't realize it anymore because we've gotten so complacent in the comfortability and convenience of life and all it has to offer, this life anyway, this governmental way of life. We need to simplify and bring nature back into our lives. Lean more on Mother Nature and gain the strength from her to walk through this life, because that's how it was meant to be done. It was meant to be done that way. We're supposed to rely on the earth that we walk upon to survive. This body that our soul possesses is our tool, and we need to treat it like that. We've stepped so far away from it because of the modern conveniences and comfortabilities that modern society has to offer us now, that we forget that and we become weaker. Everything changes. Our breasts become shallower. Which opens the door for anxiety. There's so many ways to combat the things that we deal with on a daily basis. Naturally, we need to take a bigger look at. We all need to take a bigger look at it. So that's really one of my main reasons for this walk too, by the way. Not to get too far out of the reason for this whole video, was to, talk again about my opiate journey. But my opiate journey is over now. And I've beat it. I'm 6 years out of it. I don't go back. I do take one pharmaceutical, and that is my Plavix, and that is for my stent that's in my heart. As per the doctor that I speak with, Dr. David Bruce Allen in California, he gives me great advice. And that's the heart doctor that I look to for my heart care. And let me tell you, my blood work is telling me this guy knows what he's talking about. And he needs his license back. I want my doctor to be able to make money off of his knowledge, because that's the way it should be. He is a brilliant, brilliant man. And I'm not going to go into all of it now, but I'm going to do a nice piece on him, because I want to be a warrior for him and his fight in getting his license back as it should be. So I'm not going to delve into that now. I'm going to show y'all later. But these are the things that I've been doing now. So by getting off of that pharmaceutical hamster wheel, I have been able to open my mind to a plethora of beautiful, beautiful projects that I'm doing. And those projects need help. I need people. So, yeah, we need people. We need people to help with this walk. We need people. So anybody, any activist that's out there that's willing to do work, get a hold of us. And for everybody, anybody that's still on that pharmaceutical hamster wheel and you're looking to get off, and you want to know how, you want to know how to do it a different way, because look, those methadone and Suboxone clinics aren't the answer. I'm sorry, but they're not. We're just trading one for another, and it's still doing damage to your body that's irreversible. The bone loss. It's we're damaging our body, and we need to be aware of what we're doing. We need to change it. It's imperative. If we don't, and we choose to continue this way of life, then shame on us, and shame on us for procreating and shit like that. We need to do better, people. We need to do much, much better than what we're doing by ourselves. In turn, we'll change everything around us. We just need to do good by us. Do good by you. Do the right thing by you without hurting anybody else around you. And the good will come. Good things happen. You just need to be a good person. Spread some love, spread some light, do something good. Don't make it a random act. Peter says that all the time. He's right. Don't make it a random act. Just make it a regular act every day, you know, just do something good. Whether it's a video like this, telling somebody they look nice, you know, whatever it is, walking at somebody across the street, opening a door. Let's recognize those small things again. We will be so thankful for it in the long run. Believe me, we will. Let's gather together. Let's do the changes, live the changes that we want to see. Each and every one of us have our own changes that we want to see in our world. Let's live them. Let's live them together. Let's live them with this walk that Peter and I and the Human Solution International, all of us, our whole crew is setting together. And damn, man, we're a force. We are a force, and we're doing it. And it's the coolest thing to watch it grow and watch all these people come together doing their part. It's amazing. It truly is. And I'm so proud to be involved. I am so proud. I worked at it, though, man. I did. I worked at it. So, again, going back to why I made this video, anybody who needs help, you got an opiate problem, I'm a crisis interventionist. I am Narcon certified. I want this world better. We can do better, and I want to help in any way that I can, and that's my offer, is to be there for the ones that need, because I've been there. So with all that being said, because I'll cry, because I am a mush as hard as everybody thinks that I am passionate, period. So be brilliant. Be the best you can be. Be the best you can be for everybody else, because that's what matters. Have a great day.